Hey everyone, hope you are doing well. It's early April and I thought I would do a quick tour of the garden just to see what's up. Alright, so let's start right at the front of the house. So you can see here, I have trimmed my spirea bush. Our primulas from last year that I got from Tara are doing well and they're flowering. My Shatsa daisies are coming up, which is good. And you can also see right against the sidewalk, my tete-a-tete daffodils are slowly coming up. And I think right over here, I have some of my grape hyacinths. My hens and chicks, not doing so well, but they're surviving. And then as we continue up, you can see that some of the daffodils are coming up. You can see the old marigold jiffy pellet that's kind of popping up there. Nothing blooming on this side yet. However, if you take a look on our other side, which is quite funny, I did plant the same daffodils, the Rainveld's Early Sensation. They have flowered on this side, but they have not flowered yet on the other. And then again, we have more primulas, which look very pretty. A trimmed spirea. And then on this side, you can see we have a tete-a-tete coming up. And you can see one there as well. All right, let's head up the stairs and see what's going on. So over the fall, I did plant some snowdrops. You can see one right there. This primrose is a pink one. Unfortunately, in March, it was buried under ice, actually. So it's kind of coming back, but it did struggle through late winter. Here is one of the old daffodils that was here when we moved in. Here's the other primrose. That's pink. You can see this one's doing a lot better. Wasn't sitting in a wet location. And as we come up, you can see our little lady's mantle. That's kind of growing right there. Some pink glory of the snow. I did plant some more daffodils in this bed, so these ones are Mount Hood. So they're coming up. You can see some more pink glory of the snow there. And our tulips have also come up as well, which is good to see. Hopefully the squirrels and the rabbits don't end up eating it. All right, let's continue on to the other side. You can see our other snowdrop. Very pretty. Another pink primula. And then, as we go up here, you can see another primula. I can't remember what those are. I think they might be some snowdrops. There's one snowdrop right there. All right. And as we move to the side of the house, we are moving towards a western exposure. You can see another pink primula there. Here is the little garden bed. Hydrangeas, I just deadheaded the dried flowers off because these ones bloom on old wood, so I'm gonna have to leave that old growth there. Our daffodils are coming up. Over here you can see that a squirrel tried to dig beside that daffodil. Luckily the squirrels don't really like daffodils, so that's good. And then over here you can see I lined the corner of this bed with tete-a-tetes, so those are slowly coming up. Our daylilies are coming up as well. And then as we move over onto this side, Over on this side, this is where I planted some Jetfire, and then also White Glory of the Snow. So you can see that there are bulbs coming up there, and then you can see some daffodils along there, which is really cool. And then you can also see here my sweet woodruff, which didn't do so well over the summer, surprisingly spread quite far. So there's one clump, and if you take a look, here's another clump right here. So it has spread quite a bit. And then look, you can see a little white flower from that glory of the snow. All right, before we go any further, I just want to turn the camera around and show you how our naturalizing of the glory of the snow is doing in our grass. So you can see we do have like a few of them coming up, and they are kind of just poking up here. You can see the little bits of purple. There's another one. But they aren't really that bold in our grass. Hopefully in a couple years they will spread out a little more and be a little bit more showy. All right, let's continue. Over here, this is our side, which is actually really pretty. So we have our early sensation daffodils. This side, the snow melted a lot faster, so we had these bloom and sprout up first. And you can see our pink glory of the snow on this side. There's actually some blooming on the other side, so I'll walk over and I'll show you that. So you can see that right there. And then I have my Annabelle Hydrangeas, which I have pruned back a little bit. Okay, let's go over here. On this side, this is the other side of our side entrance. So again, we have our early sensation daffodils, our other daffodils which were here before, and we have our pink glory of the snow. Over on this side, we have some wood hyacinths and some squill and some of our daffodils which were here before. All right, we're gonna head over to the driveway quickly. Here's my prepared or planned garden bed for my pollinator patch, but we'll see how that goes. Hopefully the grass is dying there. Over here, this is the driveway. I just wanted to show you quickly that our native plants that I planted over along this side are doing quite well. So this is my Pearly Everlasting. So a lot of these patches have spread out quite a bit, so you can see them there. And this one has spread out quite a lot. All right, so we are in the backyard and we're gonna continue our tour over here. All right, so we're actually gonna start over here. This is my 6 trays of cold, moist, stratified seeds, and you can see here things are starting to germinate from that winter sowing. Anyways, let's continue with this tour. So if we head down our steps over here, you can see things are sprouting, and they're sprouting actually a little bit faster than they did last April. So last April we only had our crocuses up, but right now we have quite a few things like this little petticoat daffodil, and our crocuses are actually finishing up right now. So you can see those blooms are almost done on those. We enjoyed those over our little Easter break. So here our hydrangea looks like it might have survived the winter, and hopefully we'll get some blooms off of that. in our bed over here. Just lots of different things coming up. We have our squill over here, which is blooming now. And then over on this side, where all our lilacs are, our lamb's ear, which the rabbits ate over the winter, are sprouting back. You can see our alliums have come up. They're quite tall right now. And our daffodils that we planted, I can't remember, I think these are thalia daffodils, are slowly making their way up as well. And what's really exciting is my blue stem goldenrod made it through the winter, and it looks like we're going to have a nice big clump for this season. All right, heading over to this corner, you can see here are our other crocuses. These ones came up a little bit later because they were in a shady spot. We have some tulips, which at this point I don't think they will flower, but who knows? I don't really see a flower bud in those, but we'll see. And then continuing towards this side, I put some tete-a-tete daffodils along the border of this, so you can see lots of them are coming up right now, which is good. And then some of my assorted daffodils from 2 falls ago are sprouting up. Then you can see our bird bath is up. Over on this side, here's our hub, red willow, Japanese maple. Not a whole lot going on in this bed at the moment. Over here, I have cut back our barberry bushes, so they look really sad at the moment, but they'll bush out in no time. Down here, we have lots of daffodils coming up, which is good. So again, over on this side, I did tete-a-tetes lining this area, and then hopefully our hostas will come up along there. I do plan on adding some more ferns in between the hostas, so it should look nice and lush. Over on this side, if you remember, I created a little milkweed patch. So not a whole lot happening with the milkweed yet, but I did plant lots of daffodils in here, as well as some winter aconite. So you can see those winter aconites have sprouted. I actually thought that they all died because this area was so wet, but they have survived. Over here is our service berry bush. Not a whole lot happening yet on this. The buds are getting bigger, but we should hopefully get some flowers soon. Down here, crocus is finishing up, so not that exciting, but our tete-a-tete daffodils, which I have lined along this flower bed, are sprouting. You can see this one is almost ready to flower. And then with my Hellebores from my Vessi order, none of them are flowering, unfortunately, but one of them has pushed out some new leaves, so this is one of those right there. Continuing over on this side, I planted some, I'm trying to remember, wild ginger and white trillium. So far, I don't see anything coming up. I am also afraid to move all these leaves in case I accidentally break anything, but there are some blue squill scattered in this bed. And then as we continue, you can see some more squill. Here's one of our geraniums, and further out, you can see here is one of our Monarda, which is spreading nicely. So I'm hoping it will flower this year, because it didn't flower last year. Over here is our Daisy patch, which is gigantic. Our hyacinth from Food Basics, like 2 or 3 years ago, which is coming back yet again. And then our little Japanese maple there. All right. We have our Ito peony, which so far not a whole lot going on. I am surprised to see some of these buds above the soil. Still alive. And then over on this side, purple coneflower, not a whole lot going on yet with this. But our squill is up. And then this was actually our first daffodil in the backyard, which is very pretty. Here's our other Ito peony. And again, you can see crazy that the buds on that survived. There's our other variegated sedum. And then if we head up over here, I can show you a better look at this little patch. So here is our butterfly bush. I cut it back just a little bit. I did leave this back part a little taller than the front part, but not a whole lot happening. You can see over here my bee balm is sprouting there, which is really nice to see. Alright, that's it for this video for today. I hope you enjoyed. I'm sure I will be posting up another update video in the next week or so. Anyways, see you later.